From the moment we take our very first breath in life, we become eligible to die. And so if you're watching this video, that means you still have breath in your lungs. You still have a chance to do the things that you want to do. You still have time. Time has not gotten the best of you just yet. You have a chance to make a difference. You have a chance to belong. You have a chance to do something new. You have a chance to start over again. And if you're thinking outside the box, to every single one of us, our box is completely different. When I say I think outside the box, my box is a number of things. A box could be your own set of insecurities, your own comfort zone. Your box also, to me, is the limitations that I put upon myself. You want to know what the strangest part is of all? People think they know you. People genuinely think they know who you are, and they know what you're about, and they know everything about you. It's interesting to me, because tell somebody who you think you're close with, tell them about your dreams and your goals and your ambitions, and they'll look at you like you're crazy, like they don't even know you. They have no idea. Like they'll even try to hold you back. They're like, do you really think you could do that? Like that, I don't know, man. That might be out beyond your reach. That might not be within your capabilities. And it's crazy. You tell people who you think you're close with something that you want to do, and they immediately judge. Immediately, they jump right to what they think that you're trying to accomplish. I'll tell somebody who I'm not close with. I'll tell somebody, hey, I feel like I'm gonna start doing YouTube, and they instantly jump to, oh, so you want to be famous? So you want to be famous, huh? They don't know. People are so quick to just jump the gun and think they know exactly what you're trying to accomplish. Fame means nothing to me. Fame. People who are famous are a dime a dozen. What I'm trying to do, what my goal is ultimately, is to work for myself. My goal ultimately is to just make enough money to where I don't have to work as damn hard as everybody else does. I don't have to keep showing up to a job every single day to struggle to make money. Like, it's crazy how quickly people are so ready to just jump the gun on you and say they think they know exactly what you're about. The moment you tell them anything about what's going on in your mind, they immediately jump the gun and they say they feel like they know exactly what you're trying to do. People just don't know how to think outside the box. What does thinking outside the box look like to you? So, for most of you that don't know, I am reading, it's called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. And I was thinking to myself earlier this week, most of us, we quit. We quit too easily, or because we don't get that instant satisfaction or that instant gratification. Why we will shoot for something that we want to do, but afterward we're so quick to give up when we don't get that instantaneous gratification, or that instantaneous, like, that feeling of reward or whatever. And I read this quote in David Goggins' book. It's called Can't Hurt Me. It's really good. It says, in a society where mediocrity is too often the standard and too often rewarded, there is an intense fascination with men who detest mediocrity, who refuse to define themselves in conventional terms, and who seek to transcend traditionally recognized human capabilities. The man who will adapt and overcome any and all obstacles. I mean, obviously, David Goggins was in the military, so he's referring to, but this could be for anyone, and regardless of military, I do define myself as somebody who, I definitely detest mediocrity. I always have. I think, society today is one, at least the one we live in, it caters to mediocrity and being comfortable and not really trying that hard. And I don't want to be a part of that. I definitely see myself as so much more than I am right now. We're only here for this much time. Why not make the most of it? I love how I like to ramble sometimes, but hey, I wanted to let you know, if you made it this far in the video, I commend you for it. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to me ramble on about dreams and passions and accomplishments and life and how weird it can be sometimes. I really appreciate that. But just know that there's purpose. There's purpose behind it. And I have a dream ultimately that, well, it's actually a nightmare. And my nightmare oftentimes is living a life that is so comfortable and so inhabited by creature comforts, and where just a life that's so unbelievably comfortable that I never dive into the depths of who I truly am as a human being. And basically that's what I'm trying to get at. So thank you for tuning in. So I'm gonna try and make an attempt to pick up where I left off in the car earlier when I was spewing off and not really making a whole lot of sense. So the whole point that I was trying to get at is most of us quit. And the reason we quit is because our brain functions over millennia have been the same all the time. Our brain functions are constantly in a state of fight or flight mode. And it's in an attempt to protect us from potentially getting into harm's way. And it's very eye-opening to know that your thoughts of comfort are from the subconscious that is literally trying to protect you from getting into harm's way or something along those lines. But driven people, we don't care. Somebody who's driven is not going to care about what's going on in the world around them. Somebody who is motivated will. So you take, for instance, something as simple as the weather outside. A motivated person will say, oh wow, it's sunny outside. Maybe I want to do something outside today. Maybe I want to be productive. Maybe I want to go for a run or work out in the yard or do something, or go work out, or go study for an exam, or go be more productive at work, whatever it is. So motivation, now take for instance, let's say the weather's bad. The motivated person is going to be down and out. They're not going to want to do anything. They're going to want to stay home and relax and just be comfortable. But a driven person, which I am starting to become more and more driven daily, is not going to care about what's going on outside. A driven person is not going to care about the weather. The weather will have no effect on them. And that's what I try to do, is that each and every single day, I try to remind myself why I started to do the things that I'm doing, why I started to care about my health, why I started to care about who I am as a person, why I started to care about how I treat other people, and so on and so forth. But I feel like maybe I have touched on everything that I was trying to say or talk about in the car earlier, in my earlier part of the video, but I'm gonna leave that there because I feel like I was onto something. But now that I'm more mellowed out, I feel like I have all my thoughts compiled and everything makes more sense now. So thank you for listening. To be honest and truthful, and a lot of people will do their best to escape the truth, nobody ever wants to face the truth. Here's the truth on my end. Being 100% truthful with who I am, I'm absolutely petrified. I'm absolutely mortified and terrified of only operating at 40% potential in my life. That's what I'm absolutely terrified of, that I never unlock who I truly was deep down inside. And most people won't even admit the truth about themselves, and that's what's genuinely sad. And with admitting the truth comes a lot of responsibility. You have to hold yourself accountable to the things that you say that you're going to do. Like me, I have to accept the fact that I absolutely despise getting up early. However, each and every single day, I make a new attempt to try to get up earlier than I did the day before. And it's mainly because I'm a lover of the night. I love staying up late. It's a thing that I enjoy, but I'm working on it. You have to come to terms with the fact that you have to hold yourself accountable. When you say you're going to do something, at least make an attempt to try it. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. You can find me on YouTube at ridiculousrichie89, or you can also follow me on Instagram at ridiculous_Richie89. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I will catch you guys next time.